Hi everyone, welcome to Her Vision by Design, a podcast for the woman who is seeking to discover, develop, and design her vision for life. I am your host, Cindy Garcia. In this episode, I want to talk to you guys about the 4 most important areas that we as humans, as people, as women, seek to develop in order to elevate our life. Based on different studies, these are the 4 areas that people really want to develop. And they are your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your passions. So let's talk about health for a moment. Health really has to do with your mind, your body, and your heart. It's really the area that you vitally need to do anything in this world, right? If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And I was that person 5 years ago who gave myself the excuse that I was way too busy, right, to do any sort of exercise. I was that person that could not find a way to dedicate 30 minutes, which is less than 1% of a 24-hour day. I was that person who could not dedicate 30 minutes to a workout because I was way too busy trying to knock out my to-do list, which, by the way, I would not even be able to do in hindsight if I didn't have my health. The important thing here is to give yourself an opportunity to score yourself right this very second. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in terms of your health? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. This is really important because it gives you an opportunity to identify where you are, where you need to be, and what that gap is. Okay, and that gap will really help you to move yourself further along the way in terms of your health. The second thing is your wealth. Oftentimes when people think about their work, the type of work that they're doing, right, during the day, that is where most of their wealth comes from. You live on this idea of exchanging time for money, right? So that is one area of wealth. But then there's also business opportunities. There's also opportunities where you are doing some things on the side that are also generating some income for you. There's also investments as well, whether it has to do with real estate investment or whether it has to do with stocks or really learning about different ways to invest. I can tell you, for me personally, about in 2012, which was a couple years ago, my husband and I, we invested $7,000 in real estate, and then 4 years later, we made about $80,000. So then and there, we were able to realize that real estate is such a great way to invest your money so that you can in turn make a significant profit off of that. I won't go too much into detail in terms of, how you can generate wealth, because that's not what this episode is about. But I certainly do want to bring in people, and I want to lean on my own experiences related to this in this podcast. The third thing that I wanted to talk about are relationships. The most important relationship that you will have is the relationship with yourself. When I talk about relationships, I also am talking about your relationship with God or with a higher being, with your spouse, with your friends and family, your coworkers, and the community that you surround yourself with. This is an area that I really encourage you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 so that you know where you are and where you need to be. The fourth one is passions. So passions really is very open. This has to do with your hobbies, with your interests, with something that you do that you absolutely love, you spend hours on. It's not very much work related. This is an important area because it just has to do with level of satisfaction in life. It's really giving you an opportunity to just be free and do something that you love. In this episode, I really just wanted to go over the 4 important areas in your life that I would encourage you to be very introspective about and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Score yourself in those areas. And then for 21 days, I really want to challenge you to identify what are things that you're currently doing right now to honor that particular area in your life, and then what are some activities that you can do in 21 days that will elevate you to the next level in those particular areas. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this episode. I hope that you were able to learn something that was of value to you, and I hope that it also inspired you to share it with someone else. If you would like a notification of when the next episode comes out, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you really enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave a review, and I will also shout you out on Facebook and Instagram for the support.